Deep beneath the gently rolling waves of the shimmering sea, a secret, glowing magic was waiting to be discovered by two brave little sailors. The morning air was warm and smelled like sweet salt and sunshine, whispering promises of a brand new adventure in the hidden cove. In the quiet, calm waters of their special home, the sailor family was starting their day. Mom and Dad were standing on the wooden dock, smiling warmly as they helped their children prepare for a very special journey. Today, 8-year-old Lucas and 6-year-old Elsa were taking command of their very own boat, the Ocean's Whisper. Lucas, a brave boy with a glint of mischief in his bright eyes, held the wooden steering tiller with pride. Elsa, with her joyful giggles and kind heart, sat at the front, ready to look out for wonderful things. They were not alone, of course. Some of their magical friends from the unknown shore were coming with them. The tiny, friendly crab with the bright blue shell scurried excitedly across the wooden deck, clacking his claws in a cheerful rhythm. High above, the curious seagull with shimmering silver feathers circled the boat, squawking a happy morning greeting. "Stay safe, my little sailors," Dad called out, his voice steady and full of love. "And remember to look closely at the wonders of the water," Mom added, blowing them a gentle kiss. With a gentle push from Dad, the Ocean's Whisper glided out of the calm cove and into the vast sparkling sea. The journey was incredibly beautiful. The sun climbed higher, casting a million tiny dancing diamonds on the surface of the water. The silver seagull flew ahead, leading the way through the gentle, rolling waves, while the little blue crab kept Elsa company at the front of the boat. Soon, the water turned from a bright sky blue to a deep, mesmerizing emerald green. It was so crystal clear that the children could see all the way down to the soft, sandy bottom of the ocean. "Look, Lucas, look down there," Elsa gasped, her eyes wide with wonder. Resting on a bed of colorful, swaying seaweed was a glowing, golden treasure. It pulsed with a soft, warm light that reached all the way up to their little boat. Lucas carefully steered the boat in a circle, and they peered over the edge. Suddenly, the water shimmered, and a magnificent creature swam up from the glowing light. It was an ancient, majestic fish, larger than any they had ever seen, with scales that sparkled like the night sky. Its long, flowing fins moved like silk in the water, and its eyes were deep and full of wisdom. "Welcome, little travelers," the fish spoke. Its voice did not come from the air, but seemed to echo gently right inside their minds, like a soothing underwater song. "I am Finnian, the guardian of the deep glow. I have watched the oceans for 1,000 years." The little blue crab clicked his claws in a polite bow, and the silver seagull fluttered down to rest on the edge of the boat, listening closely. "Is that a magical treasure?" Lucas asked, pointing to the glowing light below. Finnian smiled, a gentle ripple spreading across the water. "It is indeed a treasure," the wise fish whispered. But the true magic is not in the golden light you see. This light is born from the kindness of the ocean. Finnian swam in a slow, graceful circle around their boat. Remember this, brave sailors, the most beautiful treasures in the world are not things you can hold in your hands. They are the moments of love, the acts of kindness, and the friendships you share. That is the true gold of the sea. Lucas and Elsa listened carefully, letting the wise fish's comforting words settle deep into their hearts. They felt a warm, peaceful feeling wash over them. To thank you for your kind hearts, Finnian continued, I will show you a secret place. The ancient fish pointed with his silken fin toward a faint mist in the distance. Follow the silver bird, and you will find a hidden shore. The children thanked the wise fish, waving as he slowly disappeared back into the glowing emerald depths. The silver seagull took to the sky, squawking cheerfully as it guided the ocean's whisper through the gentle mist. As the mist cleared, a tiny, uncharted island appeared before them. It was a breathtaking sight. The sand on the beach was soft and slightly pink, and the trees had leaves that shimmered like green glass. Lucas and Elsa carefully pulled their little boat onto the sand. They explored the beautiful beach, the tiny blue crab scuttling happily beside their feet. Right in the center of the beach, resting on a perfectly smooth white rock, was their second treasure. It was a stunning rainbow-colored sea glass shell, completely intact and humming with the gentle sound of the ocean waves. It's beautiful, Elsa whispered, picking it up delicately. Let's bring it back to Mom and Dad, Lucas said with a proud smile. It will be our gift to them. They spent the afternoon building magnificent sand castles out of the pink sand, decorating them with shiny pebbles the blue crab found for them. But as the hours passed, the sun began to dip low in the sky. The horizon was painted in breathtaking shades of deep orange, soft pink, and sleepy purple. It's getting late, Lucas said, looking at the long shadows stretching across the beach. We need to go home, but it's a long way back. They climbed back into the ocean's whisper, feeling a little worried that they wouldn't make it back before the stars came out. Suddenly, the water beside their boat bubbled and swelled. With a magnificent, gentle whoosh, a giant, friendly whale surfaced right next to them. His skin was a smooth, deep blue, and his eyes were kind and calming. He let out a soft, musical hum that vibrated gently through the water, making the children smile. The giant whale positioned himself just slightly ahead and under the front of their little boat. With a powerful but incredibly gentle movement of his massive tail, he created a swift, smooth current. The ocean's whisper caught the current, and suddenly they were gliding rapidly across the ocean waves. It was the most amazing ride they had ever experienced. The wind gently brushed their hair, and the water sparkled around them as the kind whale carried them safely and swiftly toward home. By the time they reached their familiar, calm cove, the sky was a deep, sleepy blue, and the first silver stars were beginning to twinkle. Mom and Dad were waiting on the dock, holding warm lanterns that glowed in the twilight. The giant whale hummed a final, gentle goodbye, waving his massive tail before diving back into the deep, peaceful ocean. Lucas and Elsa leaped out of the boat and into their parents' waiting arms. They were bursting with excitement. Inside their cozy cottage, sitting by the warm, crackling fireplace, the children shared the incredible tale of their journey. They told their parents about the crystal clear water, the glowing treasure, and the wise words of Finnian, the ancient fish. They proudly presented the beautiful rainbow-colored shell from the uncharted island, and they excitedly described their rapid, magical ride with the giant, gentle whale. Mom and Dad smiled, their hearts full of love and pride for their brave, kind children. "We are so glad you had a wonderful journey," Mom whispered softly, brushing a strand of hair from Elsa's face. "And we are even more glad that you learned the true treasure of kindness," Dad added gently. But the excitement of the day had finally caught up to the little adventurers. Their eyelids felt incredibly heavy, drooping lower and lower with every passing second. The warmth of the fire, the soft humming of Mom's voice, and the distant, rhythmic sound of the ocean waves lapping against the shore made them feel so incredibly sleepy. They tucked themselves into their soft, comfortable beds, their tiny blue crab resting on a special pillow nearby, and the silver seagull sleeping safely on the windowsill. Feeling perfectly safe, deeply loved, and wonderfully tired, Lucas and Elsa closed their eyes. They drifted off into a deep, peaceful sleep, their minds filled with beautiful dreams of glowing ocean treasures, wise, sparkling fish, and the endless, gentle blue sea. The end.